Yeah, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Krishna once again, subnetting guru and CCNA trainer. So guys, once again we are here for subnetting practice, and in this session once again I will do some practice with you guys. Just give me 1 second, let me share my screen with you. Yes, here it is. So I hope you really enjoy my videos, and if you really enjoy my videos, I would request you please share my videos as much as you can. So let us start once again today's practice, and it's 2:35 p.m. right now IST, and I am here online till 3:20. I will try till 3:20 or 3:30. Okay, so I'm just turning off my video so that the bandwidth is not impact. Alright, so here if you guys can see my screen and if you can hear my voice, I would request you please add a comment and share this video as much as you can. I can see the message of Ranjit. Yes, Ranjit, hello brother. Okay, I will take 1 more minute to share these videos to all my students. If you have any suggestion or anything to ask, you can add me a comment, you can leave me a comment so that I can tell you according to that. Just a few more seconds, it's almost done. Yes. All right, so I think I should start now. So here, for today, we have a first question on the screen. What is the broadcast address of the network? We have a IP address given here, and it's asking like what is the broadcast address where we have class C IP address with 26-bit CIDR value. So how will we solve this? If you have the answer, if you know the answer, please add a comment. I just want to see like whoever can resolve these issues, these questions faster than me. All right, so I'm just going to write down here. I will try 5 or 6 questions to explain, and then we will, as you all know that last 5 to 10 minutes I will just do practice, and I will show you my speed, how much my speed is. Okay, so you can see here like my MS Paint is open here at the bottom right hand side. So I'm just going to write here. So the question is, we have 192.168.139.128/26. As I already have covered this subnetting in mind session in my online classes in session 3, that is why I am not giving once again the 3 golden rules which I follow to resolve these issues for subnetting in your brain or subnetting in your mind. If you want to learn in like details how to do subnetting in your mind with a very easy method, you can check my online session 3, where we have covered like all the subnetting and all, 2 or 3 I think. Yes. Now, so we have 26 bits, so we know that we have a 4 octet 888 and 2 here. So in class C we will not look into this. We have 2 bits on in 4th octet. So what would be the jump? As we know that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, we have this 2 bit on, the value of this octet is 64, rest all is off here. Okay, so we have a jump of 64 in which octet? 4th octet. So we will check here. Rest of the IP address we are not bothered about that, because as we have a jump of 64 in 4th octet, so we will just focus on the 4th octet of the IP address. We have 128. So it's asking like, if you have a broadcast if you have the IP address given here, what would be the broadcast address? So we know that as we have a jump of 64, so 128 network will definitely there. So the first network will be 0 to 63, then 64 to 127, 128 to 191. So in question it is talking about this network 128 to 191. So as we know that the first IP of any network range would be network address and the last IP address would be broadcast address. So very simple, like the broadcast address would be 192.168.139.191. Let us check. Good, cool. Now let us come to the next question. Those who know the answer, please add a comment, leave me a comment. I just want to check like whoever can resolve these questions without using pen and paper and much faster than me. Okay, all right. So now the second question is, what valid host range is the IP address? What valid host range is the IP address? We have an IP address and I just want to check like this IP address 172.21.54.131, this particular IP address belongs to which valid host range if we have a subnet mask 255.255.255.240. Very easy. All right, let me explain you. Now the first thing which we have to check, what would be the jump, so that we can identify the network range. So here we have a subnet mask 255.255.255.240, means 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit and 4 bit we have on the second golden rule. As you know that the second golden rule as per me, so if we have a subnet mask 240 means 4 bits are on in that particular octet. So 4 bits on means we have a jump of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have this bit on. So the value of this bit is 16. So we have a jump of 16 in which octet? 4th octet. Cool, right. Now so as we have a jump of 16 in 4th octet, we have to focus on the 4th octet of the IP address. We have the IP address 172.21.54.131. So just leave this part, just focus on this part. Okay, so as we have a jump of 16, we have to reach till 131. How will we reach there? So as we have a jump of 16, the first network would be 0 to 15, then 16 to 31. Just like that we will get the network of 80 to 95, then 96 to 111. Am I right? Yes. And then 112 to 127, and then 128 to 143. So this particular IP address 131 is belonging to this network, right? 128 to 143. But this is the network range, not the valid host range. We have to identify the valid host range. So we know that the first IP of any network would be the network address and last would be broadcast address. Rest all in between the network and the broadcast address would be the valid host range. So the valid host range will start from 129 to 142. Okay, so let us check the answer. Those who know the answer, please leave a comment, add a comment. Okay, you can see here like 129 to 142 is the answer. Very easy, very good. Now let us come to the next question. So the next question is, how many subnet and host per subnet can you get from the network? Okay, how many network and host per network can you get from the network? So here what we do, okay, here we go. Now as we know that the formula for network and host is, for network it is 2 to the power n, and for host it is 2 to the power n minus 2. Okay. So, just we will follow that only, and we will try to find how many network and how many host can we get from the network. We have a network given here with a CIDR value. So, we have to find the total number of network and total number of host. Let me clear the screen. Those who are in my group for CCNA online classes, yesterday I just mentioned that I am planning to schedule a class on few topics, the refresher session. So, I got a lot of topic, and tomorrow I am planning to schedule a class for that. All right. So, here we go. Now, as we can see here, we have a class B IP address given here, class B. We know that first 2 octet for class B is network portion and the last 2 is host portion. So, we will not focus on this 2 network portion, we will always focus on the last 2 octet. So, here we have 26 bit, means 8, 8, 8 and 2. We are not bothered about this first 2 octet. We have to check, as it is a class B address. So, we will check how many bits are on in last 2 octet and how many bits are off in last 2 octets. So, for network 2 to the power n, so how many bits are on there? For calculating network, we always take the on bits. So, how many bits are on? 10 bits. So, 2 to the power 10, what would the value? 1024 network. Cool. And for host, we have 2 to the power n minus 2. How many bits are off there in last 2 octets? We have 8 and 2 are on, rest 6 in the last octet is off. So, 2 to the power 6, what would be the value? 62, right? Let us check the answer. So, 1024 network and 62 host would be the answer. Let us check. Very good, right? Let us come to the next question. If I am going fast, you can send me the message, you can send me the comment, I will slow down. All right. Now, the next question is, what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? We have to find the network range. After that, we have to find valid host range, and then we have to tell that what would be the last valid host of that particular network. Very simple. So, here we can see we have the subnet mask, CIDR value 23 means 8, 8, 7 and 0, right. 7 bit on in the third octet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and then rest all are off. Okay. So, this last bit is on, so value of this bit is 2. So, we have a jump of 2 in which octet? Third octet, right. So, we have a jump of 2 in which octet? Third octet, and we have IP address given here 172.22.130.0. So, as we have a jump of 2 in third octet, so we will focus on third octet, right. So, we have a value 130 in third octet of the IP address 130. Now, we have a jump of 2. So, with the jump of 2 we have to reach till 130. So, we know that if we have a jump of 2 we will definitely get the network of 130, and if I will take this network, the network range would be 130.0 to 131.255. So, this would be the network range. Cool, very good. Now, first IP of any network range is network address, last IP is broadcast address. What would be the IP in between this network address and broadcast address? 130.1 to 131.254. If 130.0 is the first IP address as a network address, what would be the just next IP address? 130.1. and if this is the broadcast address, 131.254 is the broadcast address, just before that IP address what would be the IP address? 131.254. so this is the valid host range. What the question was, what is the last valid host of this network? So for this network we have this network range, and for this network range we have this valid host range. What would be the last valid host? This would be the last valid host. Let us check the answer. 131.254, right? Cool. Let us come to the next question. What is the broadcast address of the network? We have a network given here and it's asking like what would be the broadcast address of that particular network. Again, we are not bothered about which class of IP address is given here. We will just focus on the CIDR value and the subnet mask. Wherever the jump would be, we will focus on that particular octet. That's it. Subnetting is done. Now come to the scenario and alright, so we have 20 bits here, 20 bits, right? Now 20 bits mean 8, 8, 4 and 0, 4 bits on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, rest all are off in the last octet. Cool. The last bit on is the 4th bit in 3rd octet. So value of 4th bit would be 16. So we have a jump of 16 in which octet? 3rd octet, right? We have a jump of 16 in which octet? 3rd octet, and we have IP address given here 10.120.48.0/20. So as we have a jump of 16 in 3rd octet, we will focus on 3rd octet of the IP address. So we have a value of 48 in 3rd octet. Now let us check the network range for that particular value. So if we have a jump of 16, will we get a network starting from 48? Yes, definitely. So first network would be 0.0215.255, then 16.02, 31.255, 32.02, 47.255, then 48.0. We are getting this 48, right? So this network range would be 48.0 to 63.255. We are done. The question was what would be the broadcast address. So if we have network range is 48.0 to 63.255, we know that the first IP is the network address, the last IP is the broadcast address. So the answer would be 63.255 would be the broadcast address. Let us check the answer. 63.255. Very good. Cool. Let us come to the next question. If you guys have any question, any doubts, please add a comment. Okay, right. Now the next question which we have is, what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? Right. So again we have the subnet mask given here. Let me clear the screen so that I can explain you guys. Those who are struggling with subnetting, my suggestion is please focus on subnetting and clear your concept of subnetting, because without subnetting you cannot do the networking, you cannot clear your CCNA, CCNP or CCIE exams. So subnetting is the highest question driver in any Cisco exam or any networking exam. So subnetting is the backbone of any networking, right? Now come to the point. So we have subnet mask, 255, 255, 255 and 0, means we have 8, 8, 8 and 0. So, the last bit on is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have last bit on in third octet. This one is the last bit which is on. So, the value of the 8th bit in any octet is 1. So, we can say we have a jump of 1 in which octet? Third octet, right. Now, the IP address which is given here 172.18.252.0. So, as we have a jump of 1 in third octet, we will focus on third octet only. So, as we do not have a jump of 2 or 4 or 6, so we will not jump to any other value. The network range would be definitely, as it is a jump of 1. So, we will get the network of each and every value. So, the network range would be 252.0 to 252.255. So, this would be the network range. Okay. The question was, what is the last valid host? So, if this is the network range, the first IP is network address and the last one is broadcast address. What would the valid host range? 252.0 is the network. So, 252.1 would be the first IP and the 252.255 is the broadcast address. So, 252.254 would be the last. So, the question was, what is the last? So, the last would be 252.254, right. So, let us check the answer. Cool, right answer. Let us come to the next question. What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? Okay. So, it is 2:57 p.m. I will explain 2 or 3 more questions and then I will show you my speed, which is less than 5 seconds, and many times you will get my answer within fractions of seconds. Okay. So, I will show you that. If you will practice with me for 10 days, your speed will also increase and it will become like 10 to 15 seconds without using pen and paper, promise, right. Now, the next question is, what is the first valid host on the subnetwork that the node this belong to? What is the first valid host? Again, very simple question. Here we have 255, 255, 255, 128, means we have 1 bit on in the last octet. So, we have a jump of 128 in 4th octet, right. Okay. Now, what is the value of last octet in the IP address? We have the IP address 172.20.117.173. We have to focus on this because we have a jump of 128 in 4th octet. So, we will focus on 4th octet. Now, if we have a jump of 128, what would be the network address? So, the first network would be from 0 to 127, the next network would be from 128 to 255. Okay. So, the question was, what is the first valid host? So, this is the network range, we know that this is the network range, this is the network address, this is the broadcast address. What will be the valid host range? 129 to 254. The question is, what is the first valid host? So, the first valid host would be 129. Let us check the answer. Cool, 117.129. Answer is correct. Very good. Let us come to the next question, the second last question, where I am going to explain. After this, the last question, and then I will show you my speed, which is less than 5 seconds without using pen and paper, subnetting in mind. All right. What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? Again, same kind of question which we had last. Now, this time we have a subnet mask 224, means 8, 8, 8 and 3. We have 3 bits on in last octet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, the value of third bit is 32. So, we have a jump of 32 in which octet? Fourth octet. So, the IP which we have here is 172.18.240.102. We have to focus on fourth octet of the IP address because we have a jump of 32 in fourth octet. So, as we can see here, like we have a jump of 32. Now, this 102 will be the part of which network range? So, the first network, as we have a jump of 32, so the first network would be 0 to 31, then 32 to 63, then 64 to 95, right, and then 96 to 127, right. So, this 102 would be the part of this network, this IP address would be the part of this network. So, the question was what is the first valid host. So, this is the network range, okay, this is the network range. What would be the valid host range? From 97 to 126, after this and before this 97 to 126. So, the first valid host would be 97. Let us check the answer. 97. Done? Very good. The last question of today explanation is what valid host range is the IP address. Now, here we have to say the valid host range, okay. We have 128 in the last octet of the subnet mask. So, 8 and 1 bit on in the last octet means we have a jump of 128 in fourth octet, only 1 bit on. So, the value of first the first bit is 128. So, the network range would be the first network we have as we have a jump of 128 in fourth octet and the IP address, the fourth octet is 138. So, we can say the first network will start from 0 to 127 as we have a jump of 128. The second network is 128 to 255. So, this value 138 belongs to this network. So, this is the network range. What would be the valid host range? 129 to 254. Let us check the answer. 129 to 254 would be the answer. Let us check. 129 to 254 is the answer. Very good. So, guys, you can see here like it is a very simple, very easy way, no binary conversion, no decimal conversion is required for subnetting. So, if you just follow my 3 golden rules of subnetting, just 3 golden rules, not 7, not 8, not 10, not 15, it is just 3 basic golden rules. Then it is my promise to each one of you that your speed will definitely increase and it will come down to 10 to 15 seconds without using pen and paper. Just practice for 10 days, not more than that, 10 days practice and it is done. Now, let me show you my speed without using pen and paper. As it is a live session, you can understand that I am not calculating and just pausing and editing and telling you the answer. So, this is the just live session. So, whatever I am saying is on live. So, you will just check my speed, you will check the speed, how much time I am taking to solve any subnetting questions, right. Here we go. So, now the question is how many subnet? The answer would be 128 network and 510 host. 128 network and 510 host. Answer is 128 network and 510 host. Let us check. 128 network and 510 host. I believe you guys were just reading the question and my answer was ready, right. So, this is my speed. Let me come to the next question. As I told you, fractions of seconds, you will get the answer within fractions of seconds. Now, which subnet does host? The answer would be 192.168.207.240. Make a note. 192.168.207.240 would be the answer. Again, fractions of seconds. Let us check the answer. Absolutely right. Cool. Let us come to the next question. Which subnet does host this belong to? Which subnet does host this belong to? The answer would be 172.19.240.0. 240.0 would be the answer. 240.0. 172.19.240.0. Let us check the answer. Very good. Again, fractions of seconds. My promise was my speed is less than 5 seconds, but here you are getting the answer within fractions of seconds, not even 1 second, not even 2 seconds, within fractions of seconds. Let us come to the next question. What valid host range is the IP address? What valid host range is the IP address? The answer would be 172.226.1 to 30, 1 to 30, 172.27.226.1 to 172.27.226.30 would be the answer. Let us check the answer. Absolutely right. You can see here 1230 is the answer. Are you getting my? Okay. You guys are leaving the comment, but I am not getting your comments, dear. I'm extremely sorry. Okay. Now come to the next question. I think there is some network related issue. That is why I am not getting the comments here right now. So, what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 10.40.239.254. 239.254 would be the answer. 239.254. Let us check. 239.254 is the answer, right? Again, fractions of seconds. Next question. What valid host range is the IP address? What valid host range is the IP address? The answer is 172.24.234.33 to 46. 33 to 46 would be the answer. 33 to 46. 33 to 46. Right? Very good. Again, next question. What is the broadcast address of the network? What would be the broadcast address of the network? The answer would be 172.21.5.63 would be the answer. 63 would be the answer. Again, absolutely right. Next question. What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The last valid host on the subnetwork will be 172.22.47.255. Make a note. 172.22.32. 172.22.47.254. 254 is the last valid host. 47.254. Cool. Awesome. Next question. The next question which we have is, what is the broadcast address of the network? What would be the broadcast address? Okay, the answer would be 10.43.223.255. 223.255 would be the answer. 223.255. 223.255. Again, fractions of seconds. Now, next question. How many subnet and host per subnet can you get from the network? The answer would be 4096 network and 4094 host. Again, 4096 network and 4094 host. Check the answer. Sorry, my mistake. It's a class B. So 60 network and 4094 host. 4 bits are on for the network. That is why it's a 60 network and 4094 host. Okay, next question. What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 172.23.38.254. 38.254 would be the answer. 38.254. Right? Next question. What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? Again, what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 11.254. 172.27.11.254. 11.254 would be the last valid host. 11.254 would be the last valid host. Right. Next question. What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 192.168.102.129. 102.129 would be the answer. Check, 102.129 is the answer, right? Next question, anyone who can give me the answer of this question? Which subnet does host this belong to? Which subnet does this host belong to? The answer would be 10.216.48.0. 48.0 is the answer, right? Next question, which subnet does host this belong to? Which subnet does host this belong to? The answer would be 10.53.64.0. 64.0 is the answer. Again, next question, what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 172.18.84.254. 172.18.84.254 is the answer. Absolutely right? Next question, which subnet does host this belong to? The answer would be 192.168.57.128. 57.128 would be the answer. 57.128 is the answer, right? So guys, you can see here, like my speed for any subnetting, like right now I have solved I think more than 20 to 30 questions within 5 or 7 minutes, right, without using pen and paper, and with like in this between like we are also communicating to each other. I am not only solving the questions, I am also communicating with you, and still within 5 to 7 minutes I have resolved 20 to 25 questions. So you can understand what is my speed. It's fractions of seconds, sometimes 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, but it is always less than 5 seconds for any subnetting questions. Now come to the next question. What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 172.28.59.33. 59.33 would be the answer. Let us check. 59.33, right? Again, fractions of seconds, not even 1 second. Next question, what is the broadcast address of the network? What is the broadcast address of the network? The answer would be 172.168.166.255. Make a note, 166.255 would be the broadcast address. Absolutely right. Next question, how many subnet and host per subnet can you get from the network? The answer would be 1024 network and 62 host. 1024 network and 62 host. 1024 network and 62 host. Again, fractions of seconds. Only 3 golden rules. As per me, you will get lots of videos on YouTube where you will get 5, 7, 9, 11, hell lot of steps for subnetting, but whatever I am telling you, only 3 basic golden rules of subnetting in your mind without using pen or paper. You know each and every rule very well, but how to implement that, if you want to check, you can go to my second and third online classes session. You will get to know like how to calculate that. Just know the process, practice it for 10 days and it's done. It's my promise to all of you. Now you are designing a subnet mask. Okay, so the answer would be 255 255 255 224. 255 255 255 224 would be the answer. Here we go. I'm damn sure like you guys were reading the question and the answer was ready. There is a step, there is a tricks for this kind of question which I followed and the answer was on my lips, right? Now, what is the first valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be okay, 1 second. Yes, 192.168.191. 97, I think. Yes, 97 would be the first valid host. Let us check. 97 is the right answer. Done. Next question, and the third last question of today's session. Okay, after that I will try 2 or 3 more questions and then I will finish this session. What is the broadcast address? The answer would be 172.29.225.255. 225.255 is the answer. 225.255. 225.255. Make sure it's correct, right? Now, second last question. What is the first valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 172.21.102.1, 102.1, 102.1. Let us check the answer. 102.1. Next question, the last question of today's session is, what valid host what valid host range is the IP address? Yes, the answer would be 172.26.232.1292254, 1292254, 1292254. That is correct. So this is done for today, and I hope you guys really enjoyed today's session. And okay, last question. Let me take this last question. What is the last valid host on the subnetwork? The answer would be 172.24.89.254. 89.254 would be the last valid host. Let us check. 89.254, right? So I hope you guys really enjoyed today's session, and if you have any query, you can contact me on WhatsApp or like in Telegram. I will mention the Telegram group link in this description, the description of this video. You can join me on Telegram, and whatever is your doubt from any CCNA topics, you can ask me at any point of time. I am 24/7 here available for you guys. Okay, thank you so much for joining today's session. See you in next session. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.